doing? Y'all miss me? I teased y'all the other day with a picture. It said new paint? Question mark. It's new paint. Why do we have new paint on the job? Why is this possibly the worst machine ever produced by John Deere as far as cutting goes? And some more of my opinions on this lovely state-of-the-art machine that they brought me to use. Y'all stay tuned. Let's figure out why it's here. So let's catch y'all up on some stuff since y'all been away for a little while. I've neglected y'all, I apologize. Just YouTube can't consume my life no more. Got a whole bunch of stuff going on. Got dead tree right here. Take that one out. So what we are doing, we're working a second thinning. We are, I think we're on week 2 of this track. Yeah, this is our second, working on our second full week of it, and I believe we still have a whole other week on it. It's gonna be really close. But so anyway, while y'all been away, John Deere, not John Deere, Doggett has finally pulled the lead out of their hind ends, and they have finally gotten my track machine in the shop to get, I don't remember if I showed y'all, we had several little issues going on with the 853. We had rear main seal leaking on the engine. We had the main boom cylinder had a packing leaking on it. The JD Link antenna shorted out somehow or another and quit working. And all of the head issues with the FR50. So, I guess a side story to that, and kind of catch y'all up a little bit on whatever else. The FR50 is having major issues of wanting to crack and break. Now, I will say this, when we got the head, we were told, hey look, you can see these issues. If y'all can go back a few videos ago, y'all can see the issues back from March, I believe, whenever they first started happening really bad on my end. You go back, you can see what all took place there. But anyway, John Deere did tell me, hey, look, we're seeing these issues at about 10 to 12,000 hours. My saw head has about 6,000, 6,500, somewhere in there on it. And this is the third time it's having to be repaired. And when I mean repaired, I mean this time they're having to take all of the swivel stuff off, completely dismount the head from the machine and go from the inside and rebuild all of the arm brackets, rebrace everything. Like the whole head has got, it's just full of cracks on main structure supports and everything else. So John Deere is also not going to stand behind that. I will also say we were informed that there was no expressed or implied warranty when we acquired that saw head, but I just expected as much as I have done for Deere, which they've done a lot for me, I will be fair on that, and being a new business owner and everything else that comes along with it, and the hours not even being basically being half the life that we were told we could see out of it. I just expected a little bit of help from John Deere. They are going to give me zero help on the 853M. So that's what we're doing today. That leads us to today. I am running an 803M. As y'all can see, it's also a John Deere. But this is quite possibly, mostly because of the saw head, the worst track feller buncher I have ever operated. It's just the nature of these little 853s. The tractor, the cab, all that is the same size. I don't know about horsepower. I could care less. I'm not really sure about the undercarriage. I believe it may be narrower or shorter. Like length front to back is either shorter or side to side is narrower. One of the two, because this has the, I believe it's what they call it, a U7, D7 undercarriage underneath it. Has the smaller rails, planetaries, and everything like that. And it is also possibly the worst designed undercarriage on a track buncher I have ever seen in forever, which was our main selling point to get an 853. So this thing is like incredibly rough, incredibly jerky. If y'all can look down here on the screen, I can only set my hydraulics to work at 90%, because if you turn it up any faster than that, the machine just starts bucking and jerking and just completely inoperable. Which leads us to the next problem, the saw head. I'm sure y'all heard me describe before the FS20, the legendary FS20, that is the suckiest saw head that has ever been, which for its time and its design was a great design. This is basically the same design that has been on this head now since I believe 1998, when Warthog originally built this design. For its time, it was a great piece. For today's modern technology and track bunchers and their size and everything else, it is a waste of time. Also, the 30-degree wrist. Here, I'll show you what I mean by 30-degree wrist. You bring the head into you here. Alright, so you see, oh, that's all the way left. Oh, that's all the way right. There is no reason, zero reason at all, that you should have that on a track buncher. At a bare minimum, you need 110. Bare minimum. Bare minimum. I'll say that one more time. Bare minimum, 110. I don't think any track feller buncher should be sold, me personally, without a 340 degree wrist on it. This design right here, they need to take this design and figure out a way to mate it to their rubber tire heads and give that 30 degree wrist right there to the rubber tire. That's what that needs to go on the rubber tire. And I know somebody's gonna be like, oh, you'll turn yourself over with that. Well, if you're dumb enough to rotate it to the direction that is going to turn you over, I'm sorry, but you don't need to be on a cutter to begin with. And that's gonna be a lot of y'all. So, anyway, the long story short, 853s. See, this is why another. Oh my god! And then this thing is so weak. Look at that. I'm full stick all the way back, and it won't do it. Won't do it. Won't do it. Oh, now look, we're fixing to drop a tree. That tree has jumped sideways. This is also another stupid design of this head. Make it to the ground without breaking it. Yep. Those trees, you can see the horn system up there. See how short let's see here. Go over. Up too far. I'm trying to watch them. There we go. That horn right there. There we go, right there. That little horn system. That is you have what, 8 inches, 10 inches, maybe 12 inches at the most. Trees jump out from behind them things. They get crossways. It is not an efficient cutting attachment. But anyway, so as I was saying, long story short, 853 is in the shop finally. It took them basically 2 months to get everything lined up, finally get it there. They give me this machine as a loaner to use. It's brand new. It has 242.9 hours on it. I got it. It had 190 hours on it, so I've been running it a few days. Figured this would be just a fun little video to throw together for y'all and let y'all ride and watch me work and complain about how bad this 803 is. This is, without a doubt, the roughest track cutter I have ever sat in. So, yeah. And if y'all haven't figured it out by now, we're no longer sugarcoating it for Deere. Their service isn't good. It's just, they got a good mechanic that I like to work with, and they got one good sales guy. Everybody else over at that store just tells you what you want to hear. There's no reason it should have took 2 months. I'll repeat that again. 2 months to get my machine in the shop. It's a good thing it wasn't like broke down. That's a lot of money I'd have missed. Which, if y'all go back to last year and remember, we fought the same battle with the other track cutter when it went to messing up. We fooled with that mess for like 3 months. So, same old story, just different faces. That's all it is, guys. Anyway, y'all just stay tight. We'll be back in a minute. We'll go catch up around the loader while y'all watch me work here in a minute. I know y'all ain't got to see him work in a while, so we'll get up there and check out the set area and see what this is looking like. Worst saw head and track cutter ever. Ever. Ever, 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 ever.